Your brain is your biggest enemy. It doesn't understand that we are at a point where we're not in a constant stage of needing to survive day to day. It pretty much tries to use the least amount of energy and keep you in a state of constant comfort and in a state of survivability. You can see this in different ways, like overthinking stuff. Your brain will naturally just try to create barriers where instead of starting something that may seem difficult, it'll create forms of overthinking, trying to analyze everything. And that may be because it's trying to, survive, where it's trying to think of every single possible outcome in order to survive. But what this ends up doing is, at least in my opinion, it creates more. It does the opposite of what it's trying to do. It has this issue where it takes up more energy to do something or to overthink than to actually do something. Also, I'd say that your brain tries to limit yourself, creating limiting beliefs where it settles, tries to create this limiting idea that you can't do a hard task and that it's fine to be in a constant state of comfort and not try to do challenging things. One of the best ways to combat that, in my opinion, is to, if you're overthinking and you realize it, at that very moment, try to get to this point where you are, instead of overthinking, you just take action. And it can be in the smallest way. Stop thinking and processing your thoughts and let yourself focus on trying to get somewhere with the things you're trying to work on. Also, another piece of advice that I would like to input is that your brain isn't meant for storage or memory. It's meant to process things. So, if you're in this state of stress and anxiety, a lot of the times the best thing to do is to get that out on paper or type it out, whether that's journaling or making a list or making a list of like a grocery list or a to-do list of things that you want to get done for the day. That's a way to get your brain to flush it out and get in a state of focus. My last piece of advice would be to, as you understand this, try to have a growth mindset. It takes a big shift in your mindset, but it's really important to understand that this whole topic, that your brain is seeking comfort and trying to be in this state of the least amount of energy that it expounds. So push yourself and understand that, what you perceive are limits can really be pushed, and, you've got this. You can start something and then really keep going with that.